Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is HELMETFIRE, and today we have an awesome video for you. We're going to be covering yesterday's Midnight Society developer Q&A session, and we're going to be breaking down and talking about this sizzle reel that you're seeing on the screen now. But before we jump into it, hit the like button, subscribe, all those things. We're going to be covering DEADROP and a whole host of other things as we go along. And without further ado, let's check out this sizzle reel, and then afterwards we're going to break it down. Alright, so we're going to play this at half speed, and we're going to do a breakdown here, and I'll try to pause it periodically, and we'll just talk about this. So it says the following video shows a work in progress of in-game footage. In the Q&A yesterday, they were very specific about that, and this is more like an internal sizzle reel that they're going to be using for pitching to investors and things like that. This was not generated as a public-facing marketing piece because we're still a little bit out on the early access, which we're going to cover here in a little while. So let's go ahead and continue. Again, we're playing at half speed so we can get everything here. So produced by a small team alongside dedicated community in innovative and open development model. All right, so the first, I want to go back to that very shot right there. Hold on, let me see if I can get to it. All right, so it says loading bay, and you have the DEADROP logo on this garage door. This looks like a literal spawn area, like where you and your team are gonna load up and then go into the sector. I'm guessing this could also be like a secret area that you have to unlock. We really don't know. A lot of this stuff is really new, and even us NFT founders have we're seeing this for the first time. And this sizzle reel goes very fast. So this here you're seeing is a lot of the customization options. The UI here is totally different than what we've been seeing in internal playtests, and this is way more simplified. I would imagine, again, this is all subject to change too, but you can kind of see if I kind of like move myself out of the way here, you can see this gun here in the primary slot. It looks like it's a rare quality. They did talk about quality rarities in the Q&A yesterday, so that was really cool. And yeah, we have a whole bunch of different customizing here that's going to happen, as you'll see. Backpacks. So this is the female model. As of let's see, snapshot 7. They had a male and a female model. I think Cassius was the male's name. I could be wrong on that. And then Pixel, I believe, was the female model. But yeah, all these cosmetics, the pants, the shirt, the vest, like the gloves, the shoes, this is all stuff that we haven't really seen in game. There have been some of these cosmetics items in the loot boxes from back when. So maybe these are from some of the loot boxes. I'm not really sure. Some of them definitely, man, if I could go back to that shot. This goes so fast. Yeah, okay, my guy's got on like a shiny gold jacket. which is crazy. I love the skull icon. That's exclusive to developers, by the way. And then yeah, this is the male character model. Let's see what they put on him. Okay, I missed one of them, but this one here, these are items in the loot boxes. I can confirm these ones because I've seen them. So this is like very Ghost Rider themed. You can see the gray stripes on the pants, and then the flames, of course, on the arms and the legs. Super cool. There you go. You got like a blue camo tee for the female character model. Oh, and then this. Let's see if I can get right back to it. Man, it's so fast. If you noticed, there was a model for the rat. Oh, that's a cool combo. Yellow pants. That's very like Fifth Element looking. Yeah, okay. So you have two factions in DEADROP. You have the Claws, which are your human characters, you know, and then you have the Rats, R-A-T. RAT stands for Requisition Assistance Team or something like that. I'll have to go check my notes. But Rats are your, your robot class of character. And in the world of DEADROP, when you play a game, the Claws and the Rats are going to play very differently with very different mechanics. The Claws are going to be more high risk, high reward, and the Rats are going to be able to traverse the map in unique ways that the Claws cannot, but they're going to be lower armor, and so there's going to be some trade-off depending on what class you want to go in as. And right here you can see he's wielding the knife. That's something we've been doing in playtest. So melee weapons we've been playing in the playtest and the Founders playtest. It says squad up and battle other players in the Refiner State. So the Refiner State is the mega structure, the mega tower, and sectors and districts are what the maps are within the Refiner State. Looks like one of the auto rifles. Okay, he's throwing a grenade. Same thing, he's got another auto rifle of sorts, assault rifle. Squad up and battle other players in the Refiner State for a chance to collect loot and earn high value items. They did emphasize that DEADROP is an extraction shooter that will have rarities on different kinds of loot. Common, rare, epic, legendary, and I believe there was one more specification. So right here, if you notice on the left side of the screen, it looks like Allison is opening a door and grabbing something, and then they're kind of running off, and it said key acquired, I believe. Let's see, new lore discovered. Sorry, the text is really small. So she just found what they're saying is like a lore collectible. So that to me is like super cool. I love, Destiny 2 does this very well, where you find lore collectibles throughout the world. I love that they're doing that here, and I can't wait to learn more about the lore of DEADROP and how they're expanding it. So this is really super cool. Excuse me. So what we see here is destructible doors. Now, if you notice, as the doors are breaking away, it's not a finished texture, it's not a finished animation. So as they said before, like, this is definitely a work in progress, and as per the Q&A yesterday, Darren Bacon, the art director, said that some of the things are at like a 90% finish, some things are only at like a 50% finish, and some things are only at like 10% finished. But it's all in progress, working towards early access. And to be clear, the early access is still going to be a work in progress build, where their goal is to release the full game in the end of 2025. Early access was slated for November of this year, but it has been pushed back, and we are supposed to get an update on the roadmap for the early access sometime in January. So early access probably isn't coming in January, but we'll find out what their roadmap is in January. So I also want to take a look at the art here. So this, if you notice, like, this is way more art going on in the world here, and I believe this is the Sector 2 slums map that we've been playing in Blockout for a long time. You have all the apartment buildings over here on the right, and the crosswalks here, and just all the neon signs and the lights. Like, it's very this is way more art going on than we've ever seen. This is the most like of an art pass we've seen on DEADROP to date. Like this is really cool looking. So I don't know what is burning here, but I don't know if this was an exploding barrel or a pyro grenade. Like, I don't think it was a pyro grenade, but we're not sure what that was. But maybe environmental hazards. This could very well be like a steam pipe or a smoke grenade that went off. And then we're going to transition here again. Knife gameplay. We're used to seeing this. This talks about how you can pick up the death bags for additional loot. So Colin, the gameplay design director, has talked about this, and there were some changes to it. So I think in Snapshot 7 they added the ability to pick up death bags, but now they're saying that you have the ability to toss them and move them around, and you can extract with them. So this is really cool because you can only carry so much loot on your person as a claw, and even less if you're playing as a rat. But you can pick up a bag. So if a bag has a lot of loot in it, you can pick that up and extract with it for like extra carry capacity. So I really like that mechanic. It seems kind of like obvious that it would work that way, because like in the real world, if you get in an elevator and you grab an extra bag, then you know it's your bag. So but in a game mechanic sense of things, like it is something that's kind of, you don't really see everywhere else. So I really like this feature a lot. And it looks like they're getting in an elevator shaft or something. They're just going through picking up more of these bags. And I love the weapon models. They're looking a lot better. They're not finished yet, but they definitely look better than they have. This is talking about the vertical map traversal. So this is cool. So we've been playing with zip lines since like Snapshot 5, I think. And then I think in Snapshot 6, or maybe not until 7, they added the ability to use a zipline thruster so you could go up zip lines. But this not only shows you the scale of the map, but the verticality. And I want to emphasize this. This is something that really makes DEADROP unique amongst any other shooters out in the market. This is like one thing that's a real unique signature about DEADROP, is the vertical nature of the map design, and you're gonna see that here. So I mean, there are multiple stories. Look how far he falls and then is able to catch another zip line and kind of keep going, and you see all the map built out. Like this is like basically scaling a true apartment building skyscraper, like in multiple stories. It's just not something you see in any other game. And it says 2 styles of play. You know, you're on the railing. It says high value container detected in that highlighted section there. So now we're talking about, this is also something new, and I didn't even see this yesterday, which was when you come within an area of high value loot, they highlight this, and we don't know like if you're gonna battle AI or cleaners for this. We don't really have any details on that yet, but I'm excited to see that. It says high risk play with claws. So again, if you're playing the human class, the claws, you have a higher risk because you can go in with various different tiers of loot, weapons, armor plates, and things like that the rats don't have. Looks like he's shooting one of the shotguns, the long-range slug shotguns. This weapon has a suppressor on it, and I've never seen that before, so that's actually really cool. 2 styles of play, or be a scavenger griefer with the rat class. So yeah, so if you play Tarkov or any of these other extraction shooters, you've heard the term scav runs. If you're going into DEADROP to try to like get loot and extract with loot, just as a way to load up your vault, then doing a scav run as a rat is gonna be what you're gonna want to play as, because the rats have the ability to scale pipes and get in ventilation ducts and things that the claws cannot do. So your map traversal is increased with this class. Here they are. So this is another interesting thing here. The green smoke is what I think is this sector's shutdown mechanic. We don't know that for sure. That's not confirmed, but it's the first time I've seen it, and it does look like a poison gas kind of thing going on. And also, now it could just be the fog and the lighting. Again, I'm just totally speculating here, but you see here the rat is climbing this vent pipe or whatever it is for map traversal. Again, it's not something that you get to do a whole lot of with the claws. So there's your auto shotty. There was a quick flat. Okay, so see the rat just jumped off the pipe. I think it was a rat, and they're shooting. Vertical combat. I don't even know what that gun was. I want to go back. I guess that's a shotgun. It doesn't look like the heavy pistol, so I'm not sure. High intensity vertical combat. Yeah, so he's like 2 or 3 stories below this character right now. There's, you know, to speak on the vertical nature of these maps, even in the early playtests, I gotta tell you, I've never played a shooter where I have to worry about my enemies in 360 degrees. Like, it's actually kind of crazy to get sniped, and then you're trying to figure out where it came from, and literally it could be like 8 stories in the air or from 5 stories below you. If you've never experienced it before, I'm just here to tell you that it creates a whole nother level of complexity to a tactical shooter or an extraction shooter, or really any kind of shooter. So it says you killed a harvester and a scout, so that means the cleaners are now going to be on this map. The developers have said that it's going to be a, the cleaners are going to get reworked and the AI are getting reworked, but I'm excited to see what they do with them, because as annoying as they can be, it still adds flavor to the experience. So this here is new. I've never seen this before until this sizzle reel. So we're in a subway station, of course, and it's one of the methods of extracting out of the map. Pretty straightforward on that. That's really cool. These are what they call theatrical extractions, I think is what they did. Like on the cold storage map in Sector 3, you have the helicopter, you have the zip line, you have the mega lift, and, you know, it looks like one of those theatrical extraction points on Sector 2 is going to be a subway. So that's really freaking cool. And then extraction successful, and cut to the logo.